Hey guys, welcome back to the Pimax booth. It's the last day of CES 2020 and this is the first video of today. It's not as busy as yesterday actually. It's the last day, so some people have already left Las Vegas. But I would like to take the chance now to talk a little bit about the Pimax headsets and the new design or the housing, everything around the new headsets, especially the Vision series, the 8K-X, 8K Plus and the 5K Super. Let's check them out over here. We have two models over here. This is the 5K Super actually, which basically looks the same as the 8K-X. Here we have the 8K Plus. And I'm going to go through some of this stuff. I've had some questions from you about the new RE housing, the ruggedized housing as we call it, which we use, initially it was used for business only. Now we introduced it for consumers in the Vision line, so everyone who buys a new Pimax 8K-X, 8K Plus or the 5K Super will get the new housing. So if my cameraman Carl can get a little bit closer here to the housing, you're going to see that there is like a rubber coating on top of this, which makes it feel way more rigid. It's more waterproof. The whole construction feels way more, how do you say, it feels more like a quality unit now than before compared to the old units. There are no like gaps in between here. It really looks like a very nice, there's no gaps in between anywhere. And there will definitely not be any cracks here, not only because of the rubber coating around, but also because the plastic inside or underneath this rubber housing is actually way improved. It's more stabilized, it's thicker, it has more, you cannot really bend it anymore in any way, so it really feels rigid. And if you hit it to the table or anything, it just feels more soft thanks to this rubber housing. Also, it's the same, the coating or the RE rubber material, or I don't know if it's called paint or coating, it's something like that. It's the same on the 8K-X, 8K Plus and the 5K Super, but there are some differences actually. The 8K-X will have, maybe the 5K Super as well, will have the new design with the metal chrome finish of the chevron in the front and also the buttons, which are metal as well over here. It feels just more like a quality product. The cool part though is that the chevron over here is not only a chrome finish. When you turn on the headset, you can choose between the colors. As you know, in Python, right now you can choose between green, blue and marine blue or something. We are able to do it with many other colors like pink, red, orange or whatever. You will see the actual color through this, but it's going to be more like a glossy finish of the color, and I may be able to try it. If you just move over here for a second, and I'll be able to try it.
Thank you.
Try to show it to you. Here right now we have the green color on, and it's still the same silver finish or the chrome finish, but it just feels more like a, I don't know, like an exclusive.
It's very premium.
Yeah, it's
extremely premium.
Extremely premium.
You got to have a little bling to differentiate the premium. So, we've got the 8K Plus. It's got the standard green plastic chevron. This is the 8K-X. So you've got to have that chrome, silver, just top of the shelf look.
Yeah, so. Actually, this unit is the 8K-X.
Yeah.
We have also the 5K Super over there.
5K Super.
Which for some reason is using the same chrome chevron and buttons. I'm not sure if that's the final design of the 5K Super. So I'm not sure. It might have the green plastic chevron like the 8K Plus. We'll see about that. It's not yet confirmed. I think that the 8K-X will be the only unit having this metallic chevron because we wanted our flagship headset to have like a more exclusive look into it. So yeah, so as Don here, a VR gamer dude, YouTuber, check him out by the way, subscribe to him. As he said already, the 8K Plus will have the more plasticky chevron, which is green from start. You can change the color to blue and a few other colors, but it might be a little bit more difficult to do it red and such. Anyway, let's move on. I know a lot of you are talking a lot about the comfort kit. The comfort kit is basically the new housing of this piece, which is well, your forehead is touching it. Goes way higher up now, of course, to provide you more comfort. It removes some of the weight from your nose and your chins. So it's basically giving you more comfort and actually a better position of your eyes. It also allows you to use bigger glasses now, and most of the people here at CES who has glasses, who are trying the Pimax headsets, has no problem whatsoever using glasses with these units with the new comfort kit. There are cutouts here. I hope you can see this. There are cutouts here for the face pad. There will be a version without those cutouts, because there are some people, and including me actually, who are complaining about that there is some light bleed coming in here. When you're wearing the headset, there's still some light coming in here, and I don't like that personally, so that's why we're going to have several versions of these. And talking about versions, there will be many of them. This is a very, very soft cushion. It feels like super soft. It's like a, like a teddy bear or something, you buy from for your small kids. This is one version which we're using in most of the stations here at the booth. Here is the PU leather version, which is a little bit harder one. It's not as soft as the third one we have, which is a very soft PU leather, very similar to this thing, as you can see over here. So yeah, we have factories in China, and we're able to provide any kind of front face foams and also the back foams. Also the side foams, we'll have them in different sizes. These are very thin, very similar to the VR cover ones, but they're also going to be thicker ones. It's going to be like maybe 1 inch, 1.5 inch thicker, especially for people with smaller head sizes. So it makes it more like stable on your head, especially when you're shaking your head like this. So yeah, one more thing about the comfort kit is that you get the nose flaps. They're actually built in, you cannot replace them. So they are actually molded or glued or something together with the comfort kit plastics. They're really good. I have not seen any of these nose flaps to break or to tear off or anything. They just work, they sit perfectly, and they're not distracting, and they actually cut off all the light. So it's basically pitch dark in there. Well, except for those small little things that will be removed in a version of the face pad without those cutouts. Okay, moving on, there's more details here, I guess. The mask, the modular audio strap, which now is in a release candidate state. It's not a final version yet. There's still some improvements that's going to be made. As you can see, yeah, there's probably some glue here or something. I don't know what this is, maybe some dirt only, but it's not the final unit yet. It will be in February, or in early February. We're going to have the final tool units ready now. It got a little bit delayed, and that's for a reason actually. We discovered doing all the testing, especially doing VR days and other conventions and meetups, that there are some weak points. We had some weak points on the mask, which we are now solving. First of all, is this little flap, which is holding together the mask together with the headset. Now it's metallic. Before it was plastic. It broke off. We actually had like 2 pieces broken off during VR days. Now we replaced it completely, and it's metallic. Also, those small little hinges inside of here will be in metal all the way inside here, including that little string which hold the thing together. Right now it is plastic, and we found out that there could be cases where this could break, so we decided to go with metal there as well. So I mean, the weak point will be totally eliminated, so if anything breaks on this headset from here, then it must be the housing itself of the headset or somewhere here, which is not likely so possible. By the way, here's another type of fabric which we're using. I'm not sure if this one is going to be available for the front facing. Probably it will be. It kind of reminds me a little bit of the Valve Index one. It's more like a fabric one without the glossy material that Valve Index has, but it still reminds me of it, especially with the collar. Now, as you can see, we have 2 of these cable holders or cable snaps. You can just snap the cable inside of here, We can use one, we can use two. You can actually unscrew them. Oh my God, this is difficult. It's not as easy as it looks. Yeah, you can put it inside here, and you can have the cable like this. If you don't want to, you can actually unscrew this thing from the back side here and just use one of them. You can of course remove both of them if you don't want to. They are in plastic. If they would break, you can of course replace them. We can have spare parts for these. Now, for the audio, I know MRTV, Sebastian has been talking a lot about MAS audio, modular audio strap audio. This is the standard version. It's simply a speaker which is projecting the sound down to your ear. It's projecting a spatial sound, I think it's called, which gives you a 3D effect. And when you're turning around your head, you will feel the 3D effect. You will feel that the sound is moving accordingly to the VR space you are inside. Underneath here, I know it looks a little bit strange right now, but this is still not the final unit. Here you see the sound is getting projected from here, and it's going to be able to be aligned a little bit, like movable. Right now it's not. Now, here's the thing. Some people are asking, is the sound good enough? Well, for casual gaming, I would say yes, definitely. The sound is good enough. I've been playing some Boneworks, I've been playing some flight simulators, many other things around here, like the arena game we have here at the back. But no, you won't get a super nice bass, of course. You need some kind of something that actually covers off your ear to get the bass, to get the resonance for your sound, like a chamber or something. So of course you won't get that deep bass that you would get with a closed head strap, or I mean closed headphones. So if you want really high definition or the best sound possible, you might want to buy the separate deluxe headphones for the MAS, or buy the whole MAS together with the deluxe, which will be available in a couple of months from now. They're made by a third-party company, actually two companies. I'm not allowed to disclose which they are, but you can imagine something like JBL or AKG or something like that. It might even be one of them. But anyway, so yeah, so this is the one. This is the sound which is included with the standard modular audio strap as of now. As you can see, there is a cable channel going on each side. Don't ask me why we have it on this side as well. This might be for some future solutions. And yeah, this is how it is. Right now, this channel is not used really, this little cable spacer or holder. So the cable is going from the left side, and it's a brand new cable. Of course, as I said, on the 8KX it's a brand new cable. On the 8K Plus, on the 8K Super, on the 8K 5K Super, and the 8K Plus, it's still the same cable as before, the one which is used on the 5K Plus and the other headsets. The cable is also going around to prevent that you can pull out the cable from the headset. So it's going around similar to what HTC Vive Pro did with their cable. The cable is going around here and following the strap around and then down here all the way. So it's really way more safer, so you won't pull it out or anything. One more thing, talking about cables. As you can see, we have a 3.5 millimeter jack over here on this side, just like any other Pimax headset has, right? You plug it in here, it's on the left side. But on this version of the MAS, we have the same thing on the right side. So each of the headphones actually have its own connector on the right side and on the left side. Now, you may wonder, well, what about my 5K Plus if I buy the MAS? I don't have two connectors, you only have the connector on the left side, right? Don't worry, there's going to be a second version, and it's made simultaneously together with this version, so there won't be any delay with that version of the MAS. There's going to be a MAS version with only one headphone jack on the left side, on the correct side, right? But then there's going to be another solution with the cable going from here, probably from this speaker and around the whole head strap to this speaker, of course, because we need to have them both wired, right? Here we don't need that because the cables are going straight into the headset from each side. So yeah, I'm not sure if there's anything more to add here as of now. I just wanted to make it as like a video presenting the whole design of the headset. it's been working very well. We haven't had any breaks during the whole CES. Knock on wood, nothing yet so far, so it's still working. There is like, yeah, some weird sound sometimes, but that's probably, yeah, it's not finalized units yet. You can adjust the strap up here. It's actually pretty long, which I like, because I like this piece, this back piece, to be very at the back of me. Let me just put it on. Some people are wearing the strap like this, and they shorten this one off like that. I don't like that. I prefer to have this way lower, and this gives me more like a balanced. Well, it feels more balanced basically. It just feels way better for me. Actually, it's much easier to keep the sweet spot while I'm playing, especially while moving and doing like more 360-degree of freedom games, like room scale games, when you're moving, turning around a lot, like action games and such. So yes, guys, this is it. If you have any questions, let me know about it in the comments down here below. I'm going to be back with more videos here from CES 2020. It's the last day. It's less people here right now. And by the way, I have Eric Hartley over here. Hey Eric.
How's it going, man?
How's it going? Finally, I had the chance to meet this guy.
Are we on live right now?
Not live, but I'm recording this. Okay. I'm going to upload this in a moment.
Beautiful. So I want to tell you.
Yeah?
Back in the day when we used to talk pretty much every day,
yes,
I had some doubts about Pimax.
You did?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of people did.
I did. I tried Pimax long ago. I think it was the second prototype of the 5K, before it was the 5K Plus.
Yes.
And the 8K, which at the time I was impressed with the field of view, but there was a lot of things that needed some fine tuning.
Oh yeah.
And recently I finally got myself a 5K Plus, and with the latest Pi tool, it's amazing.
Wow.
And then I came out here and I tried pretty much every headset that's here. So
you tried the 8KX as well?
Yeah, I tried the Artisan, I tried the 8K Plus, I tried the 8K Plus with the hand tracking, which is amazing also.
Yeah, the Ultra Leap hand tracking.
I actually visited Ultraleap's booth as well.
Oh, really?
And Ultraleap doesn't have the Pimax setup, but they recommended I come over here because they said that the experience on the Pimax is the best.
Yeah.
And it absolutely is.
Yeah, the wide field of view.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it even has the wide field of view for the hand tracking.
Yeah.
It makes a huge, huge difference in,
it covers
in
like
virtual
160
reality.
degrees or something
Exactly.
on the horizontal side. So it's almost the full field of view of Pimax.
But one of the things I have to say is even the Artisan has a really good experience. I can notice a slight difference from the Artisan to the 5K Plus, but not much.
Yeah.
And if you think about it, I mean, at a $449 price point,
it's a great price.
It's great for somebody, whether you're getting into the market with a flight simulator or a driving game with no base stations and no controllers, or you move into the Nolo option, or you move into the lighthouse tracking. I mean, it's all great.
Sure. And how about the field of view of the Artisan?
Oh man, the field of view is almost the same. I would say it's comparable to maybe a little less than normal.
Yeah.
On the 5K Plus, which I mean, for people that don't have a Pimax headset, it's hard to describe.
Of course, yeah. But it's way bigger than the Index. Anyway.
Yeah. It's at least 15 degrees bigger than the Index, I would say.
Yeah.
And I think all headsets have a use case. Like the Index is a very good headset as well. It's got that sound that's pretty good.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I'd say right now it's kind of top notch.
Yeah.
But I want to say I tried the MAS too.
Yeah.
And even the MAS with the bottom firing speakers is amazing.
Yeah.
So it's good stuff.
I'm actually doing a video right now about the MAS, the modular strap, and the whole
the thing is,
comfort.
The thing with the video though is you can't experience that sound for yourself.
Yeah.
That's
true.
It's almost like recording VR content, which we both do a lot of.
Of course, yeah.
When you see it flat on a screen, it's not the same.
No.
And even when you try to show the difference between a wide field of view and a smaller field of view, it's not the same.
Yeah.
So yeah, I have to say the 8KX is a phenomenal headset. I think anyone that backed the 8KX that's had to wait for a period of time at this point, it's worth the wait for you.
Yeah, I mean, we won the awards, as I said before. It's for a reason, actually. We have Excel here, we have Varjo here, we have other headsets here, and still.
And again, not going to discount anybody else's.
No, of course not. They're great headsets, all
hardware,
of them.
like every piece of hardware I tried here, though, I feel like the 8KX stands out.
Yeah,
I tried the Vario headsets. I tried the Xtal headset. They all, again, have different purposes. Like, those feel more like enterprise level. Like, you're going to go in and you're going to be using it at an auto dealership or with a CAD program or something like that. Whereas Pimax can be in arcades, Pimax can be in your home, Pimax can be anywhere.
And
really.
It can also be in the industry. I mean, in companies, for partners. I mean, we have military grade companies actually using Pimax right now. We have so many other companies, big companies, doing industrial work with the Pimax. So there is room for everyone.
Right, and that's the other thing. Like, having modular hardware also. You've got the ability to add eye tracking. You've got the ability to add really anything you want to, as long as it has a USB-C port to it.
It's so great.
And I've seen a little bit of that here and there throughout this expo, and it's great to see that expandability. Because really what the VR market needs is the ability to adapt to what you as a consumer want. And I feel like Pimax is one of the companies that's really demonstrating that, man.
Yeah, I feel the same, but I'm working for these companies, so I cannot tell much.
Well, and like I said, I mean, I'm coming to this from a perspective of I was a jaded consumer. Like, I tried it, I had my doubts.
I remember that.
And I don't really have doubts anymore. I love my 5K Plus. I'm going to go home and be using it again regularly as soon as I get back there. And to me, like, having the options available is the key. And I know people talk about how, there's too many headsets and there's too many versions and things of that nature, but I can recommend a different headset to a different person as a family member or as a friend based on their setup at home. Like I said, if you're just into simulators, you can go with from artisan on up. You know what I mean? Like, it depends on what their use case is.
Of course. There's so many use cases.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you so much, Eric.
Man. Good to see you,
Hartley.
Martin.
Good to see you too, man. Eric Hartley, subscribe to his YouTube channel, of course. He's a great guy. I've known him for I've known you for 3 years now, right?
About maybe even a little bit longer.
Yeah, longer. And this is the first time we finally meet.
Yeah, finally in person.
I'm so happy about that. Thank you so much.
Good to see you,
Have
Martin.
a good time now.
Thank you.
So guys, I'll be back with more content, hopefully. I will try. There's a few hours left here, so we'll see. But thank you for watching. Leave any comments if you have any questions, and see you later. Cheers.